Other Americans will look you dead in the eye and tell you that China has this big scary thing called a social credit score, which is a number that monitors how good you are in society, basically, that dictates if you're worthy of things like getting a job or living in a certain place. And this is totally not real. This is not a thing that even exists in China. It's something that one region introduced to monitor businesses who are like polluting our river or something. The average person in China has never heard of this. And if you tell them about it, they will look at you like you are out of your mind. Meanwhile, in the United States, this actually exists. We just call it a credit score. Literally, the way we use credit scores here in the United States is so scary to people in other countries. So if you're like this person, let me explain to you how an American credit score works. It's a number you can get basically between 0 and 850. The higher it is, the better it is. The lower it is, the worse it is. At my highest point, I once had a credit score of 820, and that was like unheard of. Nobody gets them over 800, typically speaking. Anything under 600 is considered very bad. Anything between 600 or 700 is okay. Anything between 700 and 800 is considered good, and anything over 800 is considered excellent. The way you get your credit score is calculated off of a number of factors. How much debt you have. And you might think having no debt is better. You'd be wrong. It's actually good to have more open debt accounts. Number 2, how long you've carried the debt. You might think that it looks better to pay off debt very quickly. You would be wrong again. It actually is better for your credit score if you have debt open for a really long time. Number 3, if you've ever missed a payment, if you've missed a payment or been more than 30 days late on a payment, it negatively affects your credit score, like ever in the past 7 years or something like that. Yes, being late on one payment can adversely affect your credit score. One time there was a technical glitch with my mortgage company and their auto payment processing, which meant that we didn't notice for 30 days our mortgage payment didn't come out. It counted against our credit score. I had never paid a bill late before in my life. That thing took points off my credit score from a technical glitch on their website. And how much debt you have compared to your income. That's called your debt to income ratio. Now, this number that pops out is used for so many different things. This thing is used to decide where you can live. Usually people want you to have over a 700 credit score before they'll rent an apartment to you. If you don't have over a 700 credit score, you'll have to get somebody else to sign on to your lease for you. No, I am not kidding. Sometimes it'll even be used to decide if you get a job or not. One time I had a job where we worked around a lot of expensive jewelry. You had to have over a 700 credit score to even be accepted for that job. Some people even will use your credit score to decide if they will date you or not in the United States. I am not joking. If you want to get a car loan, you better have a good credit score. And the better your credit score is, the cheaper the deals you get on interest. So things like credit cards, car loans, home loans get cheaper the better your credit score is. The worse your credit score is, the more expensive life is for you, basically. Which is wild because if you have a bad credit score, it's probably because you're poor, you're broke, right? Yeah, so things get more expensive for you the broker you are, basically. This is the reality in the United States, and no other American will like bat an eye. They'll just be like, yeah, feels normal. But in China, they have this totally made up thing that doesn't exist there. That's way scarier.